How is it May 2026 already? It's already almost half of the year, like almost near June. June is like the 50% mark of the year. And I just feel like this year has just started. Like, I remember when it was January and February, that feeling you get at the start of the year when everyone's had those parties done already and the holidays done, and now, just starting to get back into your work or whatever, study um that like holiday period has just finished, and now it's suddenly already May 2026, and I just feel like I can never get a good grasp of time. Ever since I've been into adulthood, I've never felt like time has been fair. Even though everyone has the same 24 hours in the day, it feels like, I don't know if it's my brain or if it's how I perceive time, but everyone says time is so fast, time flies by, but I particularly have a lot of thoughts about it constantly. Um, like even just then, a few minutes ago, I was focused on this task, and I checked my phone before I did the task. It was like 5:15, and then it felt like it felt like a second had passed, and I looked at my phone. It was already 5:30. 15 minutes, dude, that did not feel like 15 minutes at all. Like, if I was in primary school, if I was like a kid, I wouldn't have felt like that was 15. Like, that would have felt so much longer. But it's like I looked at my phone and then I looked at my computer, looked at my phone right after, and 15 minutes had gone by. And that just like reminded me of some scary thoughts I have sometimes, where I'm just thinking, what if, like, only at the end of my life, like, I'm gonna feel truly like present, and that's when I'm gonna be like, damn, my whole life just flew by. Because everyone talks about how time just flies by so quickly, and it only gets faster and faster as you grow up. But sometimes I'm just like, what if I just live my whole life, not taking time, seriously, and then suddenly I'm 80 and I'm already on my deathbed and I didn't even realize I had lived my life. You come in from this world into this world like from nothing, and then you go back into the dust, and that whole experience just goes by so quickly. It's like a flash, and I just feel like sometimes, you know, um I'm gonna be suddenly on my deathbed. Everything, like right now, what I'm remembering is just gonna be memories so quickly, because in the grand scheme of like the universe, your life actually, around 70 to 80 years if you're fortunate, it's such a small part of the existence of everything. I know this is getting like existential, but I'm just thinking, damn, it really doesn't like matter to the grand scheme of things. You're just that small of a speck in the entire ocean. Like, your life just goes by so quickly. For the universe, things take like billions of years to form, millions of years. Your life is 80 years if you max, like if you're lucky, and if you're just gonna wake up as a baby one day and then suddenly you remember everything your whole life being on your deathbed, and that's such a scary thought, that I sometimes have, because I feel like things go by so quickly, and it feels all so temporary, because I struggle to live in the present. Often I've really struggled to live in the present recently. Um, Being like new to adulthood, I have all these tasks that I have to do, like working my job, my university studies. It feels like a non-stop pressure loop. It feels like I'm just constantly doing something, but not reflecting on everything that's happened, and I'm just on this autopilot mode my whole life. And it really scares me because I remember as a kid, time really felt so much slower, and you really had time to, just sit there and feel like you're living right now. You feel like every minute that passes was like an hour to you, but you felt bored, but you really felt alive. Um, and also just because as a kid you get to spend so much time with your parents, you get to spend so much free time, with pets and everything. But recently, since I've moved out, there's like this chart. It's like after you move out from your parents, you see them maybe once every weekend, which is literally my scenario. In the time you see your parents just gets cut in a tenth, like there was like a video online I saw. The time you spend as a kid with your parents was way more than the time you spend after moving away to your moving away to your own place. So after that period, once you grow up and move away, you've already spent the majority of your time you would ever spend with your parents. So for the rest of the life, that's a lot shorter time. Like that's the rest, maybe 30% of your time that you'll ever spend with them. And I just feel so worried that, you know, I'm already past that phase and I have so many responsibilities like everyone does. And I'm gonna be so, focused, not like in the sense that I'm focused in on life, but like just, you know, driven by life where I'm on this autopilot mode and suddenly I'm not gonna realize that, the importance. I know my parents' time, like spending time with my parents is important, spending time with family and, your loved ones, but I'm not gonna be able to really grasp how much time I have left with them because I'm just so focused in and carried by one task after the other by all these life responsibilities that suddenly I'm gonna be realizing one day, damn, they're like 80 years old now, they're already almost, their time is almost up, and I've just basically never stopped to reflect on how much time has been left. Because right now I'm 20, my parents are like almost 60. I was born pretty late. um I have quite old parents relatively, and yeah, it feels like um now I have less time to spend with them as well. I already didn't have much time to begin with, but just being so carried away by life feels like um there's even less time, and how time just goes by so fast, and I can't even grasp that. I can't even feel like I'm controlling that because as a student and part-timer, like I have work, after work it's school, after school it's work, so on, and just surviving, paying rent and everything. It's just a cycle, constant, endless cycle that makes me, forget to really spend time. Even if I do remember, it's hard to make time for that as well. And as well with my dogs, as well as with anyone's pets, 2 years ago I got them. They were like, puppies, and now ever since I moved away 2 years ago, feels like I can never, I go back, I spend maybe a few hours with them and then with my parents, and then that's it basically. They've grown up so quickly. Because when I go back, I don't realize, damn, it's like been 4 years. They're like 4 years old now. Um, when back then I felt like they were always puppies because I saw them every day, but now I see them every week or even maybe less than that, and they just grow up so quickly. But yeah, like that they say time goes faster as you grow older, and that is so true. And like you've lived the majority of your life after you're 21 or something, because that's like your perception of time relatively. You've lived you perceive most of your life. By 21 it's already like 50% over, because the rest of your life is just as fast as it was from 0 to 21, because of how your perception of time speeds up. But I really want to get that childlike, presence back, where you can just be so distracted by time, like living, so um feel like every minute counts, every minute was worth it, and every minute felt like you it was your minute. But it's just so hard, and that is a privilege. That is definitely a big privilege, um to live like that these days. But it makes me feel, yeah, just made me feel really sad recently, thinking, I wake up, I do my thing, go to sleep, wake up again, and it goes by so quickly. It almost feels like I'm constantly, driving to work. Like I'm at behind that wheel, maybe on Monday, and then suddenly I'm already there behind the wheel again on Tuesday driving to work. Or yeah, it's like I've never felt like I truly lived a day recently where I feel like I've had the time to myself and things went by slowly and it was unique. But yeah, it's tough for everyone I know. But yeah, time is so hard to grasp. I don't want to be someone who where I'm 80 years old and then I regret everything, regret all that time wasted on things that didn't matter. Although in the present time it does feel like they matter, like work matters, school matters, making money matters. But I just don't want to, uh, regrets like the worst thing in the world, and I'm afraid like it's might become like that. Because when I remember when I was in high school, sometimes I'll be like, yeah, this is gonna be so temporary. This feels so temporary. I know suddenly it's gonna be 2025 and I'm already 20 years old. I'm already in my 20s, and I thought it'd never come back then. I thought it was so far away. I remember I used to live with my parents who were like 40, 50, and I was like, how did you live this long? Like it every day feels so long and you've lived, and then every month feels even longer, and now a year is even longer. You've lived 40 or 50 years, man. Like that's such a long time. I was like, that's an eternity. You've been here for so long. Now I'm realizing, damn, I'm already halfway there, and I felt like my life has been a blink of an eye. It's just been flashes of events and memories and never really truly living. But yeah, I really am working on trying to live in the present moment, meditating and, reflecting every day because I don't want to make my life feel like I had no idea I was even living. I don't want to be like suddenly I'm here, suddenly I'm gone, and I didn't even realize that I even lived a life. Because it can really feel like that, where one moment I'm here, one moment I'm not here, and I don't even realize it. Like it was as if I was a plant who just, grew up and then like just died. It's a weird comparison, but sometimes, it just doesn't feel like I'm fully conscious, using my consciousness to its full potential. But yeah, I don't mean to, you know, make this like a downer video, but I just wanted to let you guys know about how I've been feeling recently, and it's a scary thought. It makes me really feel like some things are more precious in life. Some things are need need like quiet time without any distractions, without any boredom, and just embracing how we're all alive, how we are currently all on this earth right now at this exact moment. Yet in a blink of an eye, this video is gonna be like 6 months old, and then a year old 2 years ago. I remember looking at old YouTube videos where it's like, um, my favorite YouTubers back then, they've uploaded a video. I remember it was like maybe 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Now, when I look at them, it's like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and I'm like, damn, never thought I'd see a video like that be this old now. But yeah, that was what I wanted to talk about today, and appreciate if you're listening on this. See ya.